Okay, what's up, you guys? I got my ritual robe on, because you know I rep the Akatsuki. We gotta set it and let it be free. Pain is the only reality, and from pain, from the suffering, we grow. We usher in our ascent. We become and we know who we are, and it is through pain that we soar. But anyway, guys, so I thought that I'd make this a Patreon video, and if not, release it on my channel. Today, before I go into ritual, for the next 30 days, I will be working and connecting with my inner daemon, higher self. I've already done about a week of this so far, and I just wanted to extend it to 30 days. I've been feeling called by my higher self to go all in with the work, so I'll start doing that. So before I go into, I just wanted to give you a little video before I go into ritual, guys. I got my ceremonial robe. What you can really wear whatever, but I've had this costume since I was a kid, since like fucking high school and shit, and I thought I'd at least make the most of it. It's an Akatsuki robe, right? And when you're doing rituals, depending on if you're connecting to a daemon or if you're connecting to an angelic figure, if you're working with the angels, I don't know, I recommend just wearing white. Doesn't really matter, but it helps you to at least emanate that celestial or divine light. When I work with daemons, or in a sense demons, I love to wear this robe because it makes me feel so demonic. Like, and not demonic like, oh, I want to kill people, da 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 da, like how people think that demons think, because the word daemon, or the word demon, comes from the Latin word daimon. And if we even go back into, or Greek Latin, if we go back and to the Greeks, they had a deity named Agatheos daemon. So the word daemon was even in this deity's name, and Agatheos daemon was a deity of fortune, for like fortune. It was like a version of Thoth, I understand, or Hermes, and he did fortune telling, healing, and things of those nature, kind of like Thoth and Apollo a little bit. He seems like a very light or energetic form of Apollo. As well, he was also a deity of wine, and a lot of people equate him with Dionysus. So there's a lot of symbolism with wine and foretelling, or wine being, like in my opinion, wine is kind of a divinatory or a divination fruit or food. Because when you drink it, you start to go out of yourself, not really out of yourself, but you start to go like, yeah, kind of out of yourself a little bit, and you can think 333 from a clearer level. Not endorsing alcohol, but just when you do rituals, sometimes if you want to make it fun, if you want to make it easier, the way that you do that actually is just by sitting down in circle, calling up a deity, calling up your inner daemon, and actually just sitting there and drinking with it, and even giving that offering of wine to your daemon. It empowers your daemon, and from that, your daemon empowers the wine or the drink. You can use tea. You can use tea and some nice herbs like peppermint or blueberry, chamomile. If you want to go more divinatory or divination-wise with it, you can get some mugwort, as well mullein. Mulein's really good. Lord Belial loves mullein. Mullein is really good as well for clearing out your bronchial system, and it helps with like removing bronchitis. So if you don't even have bronchitis and you smoke mullein or you ingest mullein of any kind, it actually starts to rebuild the membrane in your lungs. Yeah, there's an herb that does that, so you don't need medication. You just need to take the right substances. the right herbs, herbal remedies. So that is just a fun way to connect that I've learned throughout my journeys and my travels. But yeah, so let me give you a breakdown of what I'm about to do, and as well what I'm about to use. And I'm gonna throw this on my normal channel, and then I'm gonna go, if you guys want a more in-depth video on either I'm gonna be having 2 videos so far on either as well some articles, foundation, and to understand, and then that will be 1 video, and then understanding the inner daimon to a higher extent. Overall, I'll be giving you facts in this. I'll be giving you the juice and the details. But if you guys want to go more in depth, go reach me on my Patreon, Occult Cat TV. So yeah, let's just get into it. When you're doing ritual, you need nothing. Connecting to your daimon, connecting to your higher self, Lord Thoth, Horus, Shiva, whatever being it might be, you don't need anything. Everyone's gonna kind of dupe you and make you seem like, oh, you need this fucking cool ass ritual jacket. You need a fucking cool ass wand, right? You need to have a $80 statue of the deity you're calling. You gotta have incense. You gotta have 50 incense, you gotta have jasmine, frankincense, you gotta have all these things, bro. You need your ceremonial dagger to do that, right? Like, no, guys, come on. Like, you don't need anything. It's all within your fucking mind. It's all in the mind. The mind is all. The universe is mental, right? So if the mind is all and the universe is mental, then what do we actually need from the outside world? Nothing. You fucking nothing. You just need yourself, you need your mind, and you need to calm your mind and calm your awareness. And once you calm your mind and you calm your awareness, you're dropping your mind into you're dropping your mind into different frequencies and vibrations, and different frequencies and vibrations, we think at different vibes. So if you're trying to connect to a spirit or connect to your inner daimon, all you need to do is tap into that vibration. You just need to tap into it. What is Lord Thoth? I don't know. Let me feel him. Let me think about him. When I think of Thoth, I think of wisdom. I think of magic. I think of like fun, having fun, funny things. I think of jokes. Through imagining all those things, I just conjured him. But what's up, Thoth? What's up, my boy? But through conjuring, through symbolisms, through the voice, through meditation. This is how we're able to connect and commune with deities. It's and the reason that people think that they need all these ceremonial objects like a dagger, or they need a fucking statue to Horus or something like that, like, no, guys, the thing is, you don't need anything. And I think that's a misconception that a lot of people don't understand, is they go out and buy all these things. Oh, I need to make my ritual good. I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. It's good if you know what it's for. Or if you're new, it's good because it helps you to bypass your ego. And that's actually the whole reason we need anything physical, or we even need this physical plane. It's all for egoic measures. It's all to please the mind and its senses. But if you can visualize and you can see in your mind's eye what you desire, it is already a reality. That's why Thoth is here. I can see him in my mind's eye. So because I can see him, he's already a reality. He's already real. Since he's real in my life, in my mind, and I can conjure him, I can bring him into your guys' life. Lord Thoth is here for you. I send Thoth out to help my students, to help my channel, anybody on my channel, and just to help them grow, to help them embrace art, imagination, creativity, inventing, wisdom, magic, all these things. Like, Thoth is as well. He's in my life, he's in your life, guys. He is guiding you, he is teaching you. So in ceremonial magic, we have the Athame, we have all these things in front of us because we are trying to bypass our ego to go to our subconscious mind. And when we bypass our ego, this is the reality filter. It's because I have my ego, or it's because I have an ego. Well, we all have an ego, but we're not always using it. And it's not always like when you're attached to your ego and you think that you are it, like someone says something, you're fat. I'm fat. Like when you just react to things, that's when you're in your ego. But when you can observe and be present in the moment, that's when you are the observer. That's when you're being present. The whole reason we do ritual is to help bypass the ego in the modern day life so that we can go within and gain a deeper understanding of who we are within. And this is why we have all these like that's the reason we have all these ceremonial things, is to appease our ego and to let that gentle giant subside so that we can let the true reality come from within. This is also why if you do breath work, or if you do it right or a certain way, you will eventually start to trip, because what it's doing is it's separating your ego from you. It's subsiding it and allowing you to go into you, because you're using your breath to calm the monkey mind, to calm that chattering. And once that chattering is stopped, that is when truth can come forward, and that you can understand yourself and you can know your truths as well. This is why we do ritual, to go more into ourselves, to uncover things, to create, to manifest, to embrace. So as I told you just a little bit about ceremonial magic, how to understand it, why we're doing the certain things that we do. As you go into ritual and you lay out these things, this is what, in a sense, you will need if you want to go into an in-depth ritual. But first, I wanted you to understand, know everything is from your mind. By imagining and visualizing a candle, you now have a fucking candle in front of you. If you can visualize it in your mind. As well, incense, visualize all these things. Even if you have them physically, visualize them, because that's when you can merge the astral essence of it with the physical, and then it's like 2 times the energy. Because if you imagine an offering to a deity, you are able to give an offering to that deity. You don't always have to physically give it, because that's showing an expanse. That's showing an expanse of your ability. You're showing them your ability when you do that. Oh, like, go buy me a $1,500 flower from the store. Yo, bro, I don't got $1,500. You know what I mean, bro. And then you envision it, that $1,500 flower in your mind, and then you give it as an offering to them. That is as real as reality to the spiritual world. Just as through imagining a servitor or a familiar, and not just imagining, but doing the energetic work to create it and bring it to fruition, we're able to use that. We can give it to others. I can create a familiar and then send it to you, help you with your studies. Actually, okay, so guys, with this video, if you watch it and actually you go on my Patreon, later on I will be making content on how to do servitor creations, and as well I will create a sigil to help you link to either a servitor or a familiar that you desire and that can help you along your journey. Because as we come to deities, it's similar. As we work with deities, we didn't know how to make a familiar. We asked, hey Thoth, can I get a familiar for studies? Just to help me in that. And he's like, yeah, there you go. And then he gives it to you. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you can hear its name, right? It's similar as we walk this path and we are becoming our own gods. We're becoming gods of our universe. We are also able to influence the acosm and macrocosmic scale through things like that. I can go to people and I can empower them. I can give them empowerments. I can take away negative energies. I can heal them. But at the same time, as well, I can also give people familiars, and I can grant that. I can give channelings. I can astral project to people, and then we can do rituals with my astral double next to them. And that's also how I do consultations. That's how I do readings, and yeah. So if you guys want to hire me for a consultation or a reading, hit me up on Occult Cat TV, or even hit me on my Patreon, and then just message me on there. So from there, what we're trying to do after all this, and after we have our ritual implementations. One second, people are talking. Okay, so sorry, people were talking. I had to pause the video. So as we have these ritual implementations, as we have our mind and an understanding of it, what we do to do a full-on ritual is we sit in the center of a circle. Whether this circle is crystals, or like the setup that I have and I'm about to use is crystals. I have crystals built into a circle, and they're all the points are pointing at me. And as well, I have a crystal sphere. And I want to shout out Universal Mastery. I don't think he's the person that originated this. Go to his channel and find out who did and stuff like that. But this is something that I've been using for probably the past month. I went out, got a crystal ball, and then I got these crystals, created a crystal grid, a circle around me. I used to just imagine a circle. But before that, what I did with the circle was I got bondage. I got BDSM. I got bondage rope, and then I just tie it around me in a circle, and then I just always sit in that. And I really like that. Having the physical circle around you kind of does help with the separation of the two worlds, and that's why I believe that we actually have it. Or not the separation, but the union of two worlds. When you're sitting in the circle, that's actually when you're in the center of the universe, because you're in the center between planes, or in a sense, you're between planes. You're able to access the Akash easier. You're able to access the spirit world easier. You can astral project while you're in your circle a lot easier. And people think that circles are to evade the demons, to have them not fuck with you or this or that. But people don't realize that when you're sitting in the circle, that it's to empower you. It's to empower your ritual, and it's to honestly separate it from the mundane world. So in those moments you're sitting in the circle, you are at the center of the universe. You're not in your mundane consciousness or world, because that circle is uplifting you. It is empowering you and raising your vibration in those moments. So we have a circle around us. I like crystals. I love this crystal one now, because whenever I have it, I have my orb, whether it's with me, on me, while during the ritual, or it's in front of me. I like it to touch the crystal, and then it empowers the whole circle, and it's clear quartz, so it's even more powerful and it's amplifying it. And then as I sit there in ritual, I have an altar in front of me, and with that altar, I also have a wand, and then okay, I'll show you guys my wand. I'll also make a video on how to create wands, and I'm also gonna start selling wands on an online store, maybe Etsy or whatever. But yeah, hit me up for that if you guys want custom wands. Put a little skull on it for death. This one was originally for Iblis, but then I started working with my inner daemon, so I gave it as an offering to my inner daemon, but as well Iblis has embraced it and empowered it. So yeah, with that we also need a wand, so circle, wand, I feel like, and then with having a circle wand, you also need a triangle of manifestation. I didn't use this at all in the beginning. I thought it was honestly pointless. I thought there's no point to it, because the triangle of manifestation is where you're keeping the deity when you do ritual. And this is the difference between someone who is more along their path and someone who's not. I did not learn. I didn't really create separation with my rituals, and I think that that's what kind of like was maybe harder for me in the beginning, but I already saw separation through the worlds and through the veils. But if you don't have really a sense of separation, then the circle and the triangle of manifestation will really help you, because whenever I was doing rituals trying to evoke them, I realized that actually what I was doing was an invocation, and that can lead into and again, this is, guys, we're talking spirituality, right? When you're evoking a deity and you're bringing them outside of them, manifesting them in the triangle, which the triangle also amplifies their ability to manifest. So actually the triangle is really good, even though I didn't use it. What I was doing was evoking, but I was using the triangle, but I wasn't using a triangle of manifestation. I was just thinking I was evoking, but I was actually invoking every time I communed with them. And then sometimes it would turn into a light possession. So, and that's really good, because what possessions do, depending on the deity, usually daemons or the demons will possess you, so that they can actually cleanse your energy, help uplift you, destroy negative programming, or even remove illness. So there's actually a lot of benefit to invocation and invoking Thoth, invoking daemons, invoking Apollo, invoking Lucifer, the celestial, and like, you know, or evoking them to talk to them. Evocation is talking to them and channeling them. Invocation is bringing them within yourself so that you can do transmutations, or you can learn, like, not just like from a teacher, but it's like you step into, like, you need to know math or you need to know science. You step into the scientist's shoes. You start to think like them. And because you can think like them, when you go back to your normal everyday thoughts, that's why you start to think more intelligently. You start to think smarter. You're better at communication, because you had these high-level entities, whether it be Thoth, Lucifer, King Paimon, Horus. You have this light, and you're taking that light and you're filling it with yourself, into yourself. And what people a lot of the times don't realize is that this is tips, guys. Oh my gosh, I fucked up on my spiritual journey. I'm trying to help you guys out. This is tips. When you're invoking these beings, what you should do is concentrate on your source, and you should and through concentrating on your source, knowing that you are your own self, you are your true self, you are your inner daemon, you are at the same level, if not greater, than the being that you are communing with. And because we are the original source fragmentation we're the original source that decided to fragment itself and then go into itself to experience a new way of living. And this is why we all have a soul. Not everybody, but most people have a soul. Not the NPCs. Non-playing. There's non-playing characters in the simulation that is this life, but most people do have souls. And for the soul beings, we have we can liberate ourselves to the highest extent. We can become stronger than Lucifer. We can become stronger than Horus. It's going to take a lot of fucking time. But that's actually why that they're here, to teach us, because they're walking us back to our source. We are the God presence that created them, and because we created them, they look to us as their child, kind of, but also as their parent. Like deities, sometimes I feel like I'm their parent. It's weird, where I created them, and because I know that I created them, I love them so much, but I don't know that I don't fully, I'm not gonna say I don't know, but that aspect of me that created them knows that, but my ego or who I am does not fully know that. So sometimes when they interact with me, especially in the beginning, I was really confused why they were so nice and why they were so kind and why they just wanted to tell me truth. Hey bro, you are a very advanced, high-level spiritual being. Me smoke weed? Nah, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I'm just smoking weed every day, just chilling, doing normal things, playing video games and shit. Nah, bro, you got fucking work to do. What you talking about, Lucy? What you talking about, Lucy? Dude, like, let's just, let me try to be a pro gamer. I just want to play guitar and do music, dude, and just, become a god of music. And then he's like, nah, bro, you gotta teach. You gotta do this. You gotta do this shit real. You gotta get in it. You gotta know all of this and embrace it. And for me, that's when I started to really embrace my path and honestly know where I was going, is when I started to actually want to teach and want to embrace this information, this knowledge, because I've actually been cultivating it for years now. So when I talk, it's not just I read something online or I did this or that, but I did a ritual. I've done thousands of rituals probably. And this is the accumulation of that as well. A lot of things are still unfolding, but I'm wishing to get this knowledge and this information out to help you guys rise, to help uplift you guys. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching my content, and I'll be making a part 2 to this, as well releasing Patreon video. So thank you guys for that. 1111. Hope you guys got a lot of wisdom and information. I kind of cut myself off there, but hey, maybe you got to watch the Patreon video. Okay, but have an amazing day, guys. Stay blessed. Peace. Cool cat out.